Good morning. And it's a beautiful morning. The sun is shining. Your pockets are heavy. Yesterday's trade just took profit. It's enough money to pick up a new vacation home. The only question is, where? It's probably what you'd say if you didn't suck at trading. But you do suck at trading, which is why you're at your soul-crushing job, desperately searching the internet, looking for a trade plan that will work. Well, my friend, keep looking, because this is a channel run by an idiot for idiots. None of these trades will work, but if they do, I will brag about it to the ends of the earth. Alright, starting off, we will go over the indices. Spoiler alert, nothing's really changed. I'm still bearish. Then we will go over some charts that I think will be the movers of the week. Then I will touch on some charts that are very popular with option traders. The timestamps are all in the description, so sit back and let's send this. Alright, this is SPX, or the S&P 500. We're still on the ABC to the upside, I believe. This could turn around right here. However, I do think it would be more a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. That would bring us to the pivot right here. It might not get all the way to our box, but again, I do think there's a little bit to the upside. However, I'm not taking trades in either direction. So Qs, kind of the same deal, just looking for this ABC to the upside. Went sideways this week, not really a whole lot to update. Okay, this is the Dow. Again, not a whole lot. We just went sideways this week, so the last update still stands. XLK, this is the technology. Again, we can turn around at any point, so this could pop down here. I would like to get to the top of this pivot, but if that's not what the market has in store, that's not what the market has in store. I am already looking for shorts in technology stocks, so it doesn't have to get up here, but that would be ideal. This is XLV. This is the healthcare fund. Again, this is that double top, and this is kind of what we were expecting is a drop down to back down to the channel. It's still going overall that direction. However, it's taking its little time getting down there, but so we'll see. This is the XLF, or the finance fund. I am super negative on this one already, so if this one turns around, I'm ready for it. However, on a couple of the stocks, and we'll kind of look at this one later, because on a couple of the finance stocks, it is a little bit higher and then it comes back down. So energy, I'm expecting it to go up to this fifth, and I made this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an impulse wave going up is kind of my favorite count. However, it could obviously just give up and come crashing down. The stocks that are involved in this XLE, they are showing a lot of sell pressure, so this might be a deeper drop, and if it does drop into this one, it is no longer a fourth. So then it's kind of in limbo, and we'll have to go basically straight off of trend trades from then on out. But this one, I'm expecting some movement and some trades to show up during this week. So this is XLU, this is the utilities, and again, this is kind of what I think we would be following. Obviously, it doesn't have to follow it. Nothing's really changed on this, so our plan still is to the downside. Okay, XLY is showing it wants to drop a little bit. Obviously, it was just a sideways week, so we don't have any new information, so we will still have to wait on this. Cool, this is the XLI, or the industrial fund. I did not show this on the last one. I'm not sure why, but this is kind of the lines for that. This is your ABC down, so it would look something like this. B, C. So like that. Yeah, you could argue that you don't like the slope of this, but we could be looking at a double zag here to where you have your A, B, and then your C. So this one might get a little bit confusing. I just thought I'd throw this in there because I didn't update it and to show my lines. But yeah, I would be betting on a range right here, obviously, until something breaks. So this is the XLB, or the materials sector. It's respecting the weekly resistance or support with a bounce to the upside. What I don't know, and we'll kind of wait to see, is if this is your A, B, C, or if this is our A, B, C, and we're done. Okay, so the only issue with that count is the fact that you have a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am looking towards the downside on these. The only question is, how far will this B go? Will this be able to make it a little bit farther to make our double top and then drop? Or is this going to drop like a rock from here? So I am in a couple materials trades, so I'll probably update those in my portfolio update of trades I'm actively in to kind of explain the thought process behind some of the trades in the materials sector. All right, so this is XLP. This one I'm having a hard time reading. However, on the weekly, it keeps showing this pattern. So these flags right here, these double flags, I've always seen them as super negative. However, when they're paired with a double top, I'm really negative on these, which I understand, like you can't be negative on absolutely everything. But in this case, I would expect it to be coming down. And because we have these two flags, I'm expecting it to come down pretty fast. But we'll see. This is the next area of resistance or support, which is around 70. Obviously, this could just pop back up and everything could be fine and dandy. However, these two flags are a little bit sketchy to be buying anything. So back to finance. I'm looking for immediate to the downside. However, some of the stocks in this are showing a little bit up and then to the downside. So for an example, this is Berkshire Hathaway. This is sitting right now and it has been for the past couple months. I am looking for a pop up to this area and then start to drop. So let me draw my little lines. So I'm looking for something like this to something, I don't know, maybe it goes down there. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Obviously, this trade won't happen for a little bit. It could just keep going sideways. Whenever it does go, I do have my alert set to kind of let me know when it's out of this range. The other one is State Street. So this one is kind of doing, it's actually a really nice count if you look at it. So it's, you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and obviously your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your 3 coming up. And then this is your A, B, C, which is pretty cool. So we don't need to make it to the blue lines up there, but that's kind of the thought process behind it is A and C of equal length. So I am kind of hoping for just a little pop up into it. I do have my alert set to let me know if it does get close, and then I would put a trade on and send it the other way. I do have another example, but I am putting an active trade on that, so I'll update that in my active portfolio. So the other area of interest this week is entertainment. For some reason, as I was kind of going through charts, there was a lot of entertainment stocks that were struggling or about to struggle. So this is Caesars Entertainment, and obviously all of these are correlated or relatively correlated. So I'm expecting a little pop up into this area. Again, you have our two flags right here, which super negative a lot of the time. And then I'm looking for a correction off of this. And yeah, probably to this pivot, but we'll keep this on. I just wanted to get it documented because this one could hit at any time. So Las Vegas Sands, this one is going to be more in depth in my active portfolio because I am dropping a trade on this one as soon as possible. But I just wanted to show that this is we're fighting the exact same flags, except this is on a weekly. And this is WYNN Resorts. So again, there's our little flags up on the weekly. It's just a little bit higher and then it come down. Let me get my lines. So from here, we're going probably to here. And obviously this will get transferred once it does hit to my active portfolio. So the other thing this week, I think, is the travel. So this is Royal Caribbean. A lot of selling pressure. I am getting in this trade this week. Here's the other one. This is Norwegian Cruise Lines. Again, you have that flag. This one needs to come up a little bit higher and then a position can go on. But just remember that both of these are extremely correlated. Well, this whole kind of sector is a little bit correlated. So not financial advice. I'm picking one that I like and then letting it run and just watching the other ones. This is Hilton Worldwide, ticker symbol HLT. This one I will be doing an update. I am in an active position on it, so it will make the active portfolio. And I will be managing it from that video as well. So keeping to the travel, this is Alaskan Air Group, which is airlines, which already made its turn. So this one is just expecting little pullbacks and dropping. So yeah, I just wouldn't be buying anytime soon, but I would be getting in on the short side on pretty much any pullback. American Airlines. So American Airlines, I'm expecting just maybe a little pop and then a flip back around. As you can see, this is pretty much the same pattern on all of these. So again, highly correlated. Okay, and this is the Dixie. So last time we had our count and we were moving this fifth around, trying to see where it would be at. It can still come back down. However, I do think buying pressure is going up. So if it breaks the fourth wave right here, which is this yellow at 105, if it breaks that fourth wave, then you can expect a deeper ABC, and that ABC would probably go to 109. Let me drop a little, that wasn't it. So it'd probably go to 109, which is this deep blue, which is just before all these pivots and gnarly stuff. That would be a safe bet. So let me do this. So you probably get your A just above the 4. Let everyone understand that it just broke the pivot, and then have it go up to here. Whether or not that plays out, no idea, but it looks cool and it looks plausible. Okay, and back on Bitcoin. So we did call this bottom. I think we were a little bit late, so we might have been in here. Well, when I made the videos in here, and we did finally break this stupid thing. So we are battling this pivot now. So let me keep this one. I am going to move this one though. That is what we're trying to break through. I do still like the 29,000 area of where, yeah, just holding till 29,000 or around there. And then maybe a retracement. So for distance coming down, I'm thinking that this is your 1, your 2, 3, 4, and I want to say that this is 5. Okay, that would just be sweet. Obviously 5 can be just a little bit in there. But so for, if this is your A, then your B could come back down to this, which will be like this, like that. And this would make your 2, which would be your 1, your 2, if it's deep, if it comes back down to the 18,000 area, 18, 19,000, this is your 2, meaning the next one is going to freaking go, okay? However, if this is 5 for an A, and then this is a B, then your C isn't going to go as far. And so obviously we won't know which one it is until this 3 or C wave leaves. And we'll kind of see how strongly it goes out. And then we'll be able to decide if we're going to get a 4th wave up here and then a 5th, or if it's just going to go up and then come crashing back down for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. But so far so good. Our levels have been working, which is always super nice. This is Apple. It went sideways pretty much all week. So we're pretty much the exact same place that we last looked at it, still expecting a little drop to then come up to around the 165 area. NVDA, I believe NVIDIA is completing its C. I would have liked to seen it go a little bit higher, but I believe we are coming back down. How far? Not super sure. I probably wouldn't take anything past the pivot, but I am going to look for, since it didn't come all the way up to where I would have liked, I am going to look for entries on smaller time frames for just little bounces and shorter trades. Google is an interesting one because it is one that I have a buy on, okay? However, so there is a lot of sell pressure coming into my little area, but I would like to see a C go back up to the top of the 4th just for Elliott wave completions. It could drop straight through this and not even care, where I don't like it, but this could be your ABC. I would much rather see, yeah, just a deeper C. So this could be your ABC and done right here. I'm okay with that. I would like it to go up to the top of the 4th, but obviously it doesn't have to do that. I'm not taking any immediate trades. I don't think there's enough confirmation for me to do that. And the trend is coming down pretty hard. A nice spread between all the EMAs. The 3-day chart, the EMA, the 200 is what it's kind of bouncing off of. So that's not a great sign to the upside. So if it does drop, wouldn't be too surprised. But short term, it can go to the upside. I would like it to get a little bit higher. Long term, yeah, I'm taking to the downside, but just not selling from here. It needs to break the pivot and then come back up and get me, and then we can go down. Okay, so this is DraftKings up on the weekly. I'm not exactly sure, like this might be my first fundamental trade. I don't know what kind of sports there is to bet on now, so I'm sure there's a bunch, but I would imagine the bulk of their money comes from football. I mean, you can take that how you want. I have no idea what I'm talking about fundamental wise, but I would like to see a little bit of a pop up into the 26 area. We'll catch this flag and then go back down. How that works in the fundamental world, I have no idea. They did get good earnings, Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning on doing. Just so I don't sound like a Debbie Downer, if it does come back down to this 3-day flag right here, I will buy it and take it ideally up to here. That's if it comes back down, and how it comes back down, that it all depends. So back to the Debbie Downer, this is Microsoft, and I am shorting, and I have been shorting. So just a heads up. So this is PLTR. You can take a shot at that. This one came up I read a few articles about it, or at least saw headlines, so I know it's kind of a hotter stock. This is also, it had a lot of option trades on it, which is always pretty nice. The news was that they had a good earnings, but the chart kind of shows that there's some orders sitting up here and here really. But so I'm looking for a pop up into it and then a quick turn back around to go the other way. How far it goes, I don't know. They might be able to blow through one of these, leaving a nice area to buy. But right now I'm looking for up and then to the down. So this is Shopify. Shopify, I am looking to the upside as well, which is always pretty good. Not too sure how they're doing. Looks like they had some good earnings, but it also looked like they lost all of it pretty much. So I would like, when did they come out? Oh, they've been out for a while. So yeah, so I would like to see just kind of a little bit of recovery. It might be on the weekly. It would look something like this. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is kind of your consolidation zone. And then I don't know if this is going to be an A, B, C to the upside, but right now I would just kind of take quick trades, not exceeding the top of the fourth, but I am up on this. All right, this is DoorDash. So DoorDash, I'm back to shorting. I have a short, or would like to get a short going on 74, but obviously this could just keep dropping, and then this trade kind of disappears.